Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some more Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Don't get bored with greatness. That's what J.J. Watt once said about younger brother T.J. Watt. I frankly don't do many video breakdowns of T.J. Watt, but today should be a reminder of just how good this guy is. I know that is not breaking news to any Steelers or NFL fan, but still, his impact against the Chargers was really significant in big ways and in ways you may not have realized. Let's talk about it. Before we begin, if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Would really appreciate that. Let's talk T.J. Watt, who picked up sack 99.5 for his career in this game over the Chargers, has 3 sacks on the season, 1 in each game. And this one, not a sack, but a big-time holding call that he drew. This is a 3rd and I think 14 situation that Herbert hits McConkey on for a would-be first down. This one, though, is called back because T.J. Watt drawn the holding call here. We'll take a look at it facing that rookie right tackle, number 5 overall pick, a really good player in Joe Alt. And I thought before the game, what is the best way to beat this guy? And he's almost 6'9". He's like 6'8.5". And so I knew T.J. would definitely lean on his favorite move, that rip and dip, just being the lower man and leveraged and getting under somebody as tall and as big as Joe Alt. So we'll see it here from the end zone angle situation where you're not getting a chip. It's 3rd down. They got to put their eligibles in the pattern, and just watching TJ be able to rip and dip under through that outside hand and through the armpit of Joe Alt. And there is a carve out in the NFL rulebook that basically says in a lot of situations on this rip move where it looks like a hold, it won't be called as a hold. But if you prevent the rusher from being able to kind of keep moving forward, then they'll call it. And you kind of see Alt slow Watt down a little bit, I'll run it back full so you can get a better view of it. And they draw the penalty on Joe Alt on this play. So that dip and rip move was certainly, I think, the go-to, and it leads to the holding call, brings the Chargers back. They don't convert the next play. They got a punt. What I think separates T.J. Watt from a lot of the other premier pass rushers is that he's a well-rounded guy. He does everything. He plays the run. He obviously gets after the quarterback. He'll drop into coverage. He gets interceptions. I mean, he does everything. And so it is not just a one-note, let's go get paid for sacking the quarterback kind of a deal. Seeing him play the run here, really good team run defense overall in this game and certainly on this rep, so this is not T.J. Watt alone, but just watching him stand up the tight end, overwhelm him. They're getting no push, no movement, nowhere to go for the running back, in this case, Gus Edwards. But the real headline of this game defensively was shutting down and really taking away J.K. Dobbins, who was as hot as any running back in football. The Chargers, the number 1 run game in the NFL 2 weeks in, and they did really little in this game. So just watching Watt play with good pad level, leverage, that tight end, it's a stalemate maybe, but you're standing them up. Everyone else doing their job here. Great job along the interior, and this one goes nowhere. So nice job overall. Team run defense, 11-man job, but Watt doing his job on the tight end, playing good run D, and bottling up that Chargers run game. Here's the stuff I really like about T.J. Watt that'll go unnoticed. It's him tackling a draw on 3rd and 10, end of the half here. I know it seems so routine, and I'm not going to pretend it's at the impact and magnitude of, sacks and forced fumbles and him getting a, Defensive Player of the Year award over this, but just, we're playing everything. We're understanding the situation. We're 3rd and 10. It's late in the half. They're trying to maybe wind some clock down. T.J. Watt keying the ball, making the tackle here in the open field on J.K. Dobbins, because you never know what could happen. If you don't play hard, other guy play hard, or Dobbins makes somebody miss, he's an explosive back, somebody that can turn a 5-yard gain into a 50-yard gain, and we're watching T.J. Watt going out there and doing everything on this play. Take a look at it from the end zone view, changes his alignment here, hand down, finds the football, makes the tackle. If he doesn't make it, does Dobbins get the first down? Almost certainly not, but you never know, and we're still playing the run hard, we're doing the little things, and watch this too. Watch, just again, we're talking about routine plays. How do we maximize routine plays? And in this situation, it's tough to tell. I might slow it down. He's going to punch the football out to at least go for the attempt on the punch here while tackling J.K. Dobbins. Right there, you kind of see that right arm, punch in on Dobbins just in case. You never know. Maybe if he's holding it loosely, or you just time it perfectly, punch the ball out, you get a big turnover here, end of the half. Does not happen, but we're watching the attempt of it. But going for the punch out while still wrapping up, still making the tackle. So we're watching Watt just do the little things, like the big things. Celebrate the sack, celebrate the tackle on the draw on third down. How about the impacts TJ Watt has that does not show up on the box score at all? Situation, any drop back pass, teams are always accounting for how do we slow down number 90, TJ Watt. That is the focal point of every team's pass game when they're planning for and playing TJ Watt and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you guys know by now he's going to get a bunch of chips from the tight end, from the running back. The protection's going to slide to him. I mean, everything is going to work towards minimizing him. And it's like a great receiver. It's like a receiver that commands a double team. If there's multiple guys focusing on taking your number one away, other guys have 1v1 battles they can win. Their jobs get easier. And we see that here on Nick Herbig's first sack on Justin Herbert. We're going to see the right tackle key him, obviously. We're seeing the tight end chip him. The running back is to his side, doesn't block him. He releases out, but still, we're given the potential threat there as well. So tight end chips, the right tackle chips, the line is sliding to him, and that leaves Herbig one-on-one on the opposite side working against Rashawn Slater. Great job by Herbig. That's a fantastic rush to beat a quality tackle in Slater, I think was hurt at this point, but still great rep to win with speed, turn the corner, force the fumble, not taking anything away from Herbig. He's a dog, but we're just watching TJ Watt command the attention. Now, I know, generally for slide protection rules, first uncovered, start to slide. So maybe this wasn't specifically because of TJ Watt. Center's uncovered here, but still, tight end chipping. The center is sliding away. Backs on that side. Herbig's one-on-one. Watt does nothing on this play, in terms of the box score impact. That barely crosses line of scrimmage because of all the attention. But he's commanding that like that receiver that frees up somebody else to go make a play. Pittsburgh poured it on in the second half. They had all 5 of their sacks after halftime. They sacked the Chargers on 3 of their final 4 plays, and we're seeing a similar idea here. They're going to go max protection, play action, very much part of their personality. And again, we're seeing TJ Watt command more than one hat. In this case, the tight end and the fullback / defensive lineman. Scott Matlock's going to take him. It's going to leave Landon Roberts as that free runner who sacks Justin Herbert. Play he gets hurt on, has to leave the game. By that point, this thing was pretty much over. So we're seeing extra attention where if it's not Watt, maybe someone else picks up Roberts. Now, I got to say, I think the back was responsible for Roberts. I think this is a green dog blitz, so if some of these guys stay in, the extra rushers will add on. I think the back came out, and Roberts probably should have had him, but just blitzed anyway. So it kind of became a race of who was going to get there first, the back or Herbert throwing to the back in the flat or Roberts racing in. We're going to look at it from the aerial view because that back is, no one takes him. So just kind of a quick side point here. This back is free. Herbert wants it. I think Roberts was supposed to be on him. Queen's got the tight end, but Roberts got there before Herbert could throw it away. So I don't know if somebody really blew protection in terms of the tight end and the fullback here, and we see the fullback keying Elliott as well. But point is, just to kind of make a long story short, we got 2 hats on Watt. We got a free runner here. That creates the sack, and that one really changed the game. Same thing as earlier. We're talking 3rd and 18. They just put their new quarterback in 2 plays after Herbert leaves. What are they going to do? It's almost certainly going to be a draw. Just run the ball. Let's get off the field and regroup if you're the Chargers. And Watt feels that. He gets no chip. If you're going to be dropping back here on 3rd and 18 trying to do anything, this tight end is going to chip TJ Watt. He goes past him. So that's kind of alert number 1. Something's up here. This is probably not going to be, traditional, just 5-step drop back and throw the football kind of situation. But identify draw, find the ball, make the tackle on J.K. Dobbins. Again, like the last clip, if Watt doesn't get in there, is Dobbins going to bust this for a first down? Almost certainly not. I mean, very, very unlikely, even with his kind of game-breaking ability. But we're still going to play the run hard. We're going to do our job. We're going to find the football, and we're going to make the play and not just assume that someone else makes the play. And this is a legit open field stop on J.K. Dobbins, which is really, really impressive. So, and it's also field position. Pittsburgh really won the battle of field position. They had over 50 yards in net. They had 2 kickoffs that were stopped at or inside the Chargers 20. They really won the battle of field position in this game. And if you get an additional 5-6 yards here, that's an extra 5-6 yards the Chargers gain on the ensuing punt. So again, not that it's going to maybe dramatically change the game, but we're still saving all the yards we can in these kinds of games. And TJ Watt, whether we're talking about third down sack or third down, finding the ball, knowing the situation, tackling the draw twice in this game, it just, everything that you can think of, everything that you would want for in a player, you're getting in TJ Watt. And we'll stick with that theme here, the dirty work of TJ Watt taking on the puller. Chargers running counter Trey on this play. They're going to pull the backside left guard and the backside left tackle. And TJ Watt having to take on that left guard, Zion Johnson. And he's not making the tackle, but he's going to help squeeze that hole. He's going to just kind of, force a pile up here. It's a decent run overall for Edwards, but we're just watching Watt be more than just a one-note situational pass rusher, which you get some guys in the league who might get 10, 11 sacks, whatever the case is, but they can't play the run. Watt's not that guy, obviously. So we're just seeing him, really show that well-rounded game when you talk about, what could separate him from some of the other elite guys. And there are other elite guys who can play the run. Max Crosby's fantastic against the run, for example, but just really want to appreciate that Watt does this stuff when it's not all about just getting sacks. Sometimes it's taking on the puller, making sure he can't kick you out. They'll kind of squeeze this hole, keep that back inside, and make sure this run only gets a couple. All right, let's look at the sack that TJ Watt had in this game. Third down situation, Chargers trying to put everyone out to the pattern, no chip here. And that's the other element too. Whenever you chip TJ Watt with a tight end, somebody like that, even a receiver occasionally, they're not really going to be part of your progression. They're really going to become more of a check down type of option because it takes too long for them to chip and then get out in the pattern. So there's still an impact in terms of just fewer people to throw to, fewer guys the defense has to really cover in these situations. But watching the sack here, it's the get off. Watch how TJ Watt fires off the football here before anybody else, even compare him to Nick Herbig, who of course has a really good get off, really good athlete, but that jump he gets on Joe Alt to stress the edge, another kind of dip and rip move, a little less pronounced here because he beat him so clean around the edge, corners, flattens, finishes, and sacks Taylor Heineke on this one. So just a nice job here overall for TJ Watt to beat that great rookie right tackle Joe Alt, who I thought had a good game against TJ Watt. I don't want to disrespect Joe Alt here. There were some good reps, and he got a lot of help, as you would imagine. But that just great get off here from TJ Watt really stressed Alt here on his edges, and then just ripping through clean. And then it's hard to tell, but punching the football out again, or at least, again, attempting to punch that football out. We're not just content with the sack. We want to try to create that extra splash with that forced fumble. You kind of see it right there. He tried punch it out, kind of missed it, but we're just seeing TJ Watt go for the ball, not just the sack. Doesn't get it here. That's why he's forced so many fumbles in his career. He's somebody that wants to make the really good play even better. Finally, like the first Nick Herbig sack that we saw, all the attention that TJ Watt demands and brings leaves a guy like Herbig one-on-one on the other side against, at this point, the Chargers backup left tackle, getting the tight end in, the slide to his side, Herbig one-on-one, and he's going to take down Heineke for the second time and really help close this one out. So just watching the attention, the tight end, is wide here. The center's going to slide to Watt's side this time. And so we're just getting all this attention, all these hats and potential hats on TJ Watt. 1, 2, potentially the guard as well. The center's over to TJ Watt's side. Leaves Herbig one-on-one. Again, not taking anything away from Herbig. Tremendous game, tremendous player. Really, really happy about this guy. But it's the domino effect. You want to take 2 and 3 guys and put them on TJ Watt? Sure, you kind of have to do it. You leave one-on-one, that's your own mistake. You're kind of going to walk down that road and probably not like what you see, but when you do that, it still has an impact on the defense, again, in terms of not having as many people out in the pattern. If you have a great tight end, it's hard to manage. Do you want our tight end to be chipping TJ Watt all day, or do we want him to be out there and make an impact in the pass game? What do you prioritize more? And then even if you do chip, it's going to leave guys one-on-one. You can't double everybody, just like that great wide receiver in our analogy earlier. So that allows Herbig more one-on-one opportunities, makes the play for his second sack, 1 of 5 sacks on the day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's my breakdown of TJ Watt, whether you're talking taking on pullers, tackling draws, trying to punch the ball out, of course getting sacks, and all the attention he brings, all the benefits that offers the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, playing elite football right now, the number 1 defense in football, no question about it, doing things that really shouldn't be possible here in 2024, even though scoring is down, pass yards are down across the league. This year, Pittsburgh's defense is playing like it's 1970s in terms of production or lack thereof. The opposition is getting 3 games in, so TJ Watt, man, just a special player to watch on tape and a lot of fun, and we should not take that for granted because what he's doing is unusual. That's why he's a future Hall of Famer. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. And of course, check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Thank you again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.